How's it going? This is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man, Thursday, May 28th, 2020. This is to pay homage to the fallen uh, COVID victims, uh, paramedics, doctors, nurses, family members, um, everybody that's involved. People work at stores, and it's still going on. Here in our town, it's went up. I think we got 49 now. Last week we only had 20. So instead of going down like everybody else is supposed to be going down, we're going up. But times are getting strange. It's really, really bad, really bad. And the election's coming up here shortly. Oh, whoop! I got to start this. This program here is to educate, to offend, and to I'm sorry. Cut. Okay, screwed up already, man. I don't have this thing written out. This is just okay. This program here is to educate, to entertain, and to offend everybody on the planet at least once. You can tell this is unscripted. I couldn't read anyway. I'm blind. Okay, the election's coming up in about 150 days. Less than 150 days, something like that. And I guarantee you, tomorrow the news, somebody's going to say, "Do you know what Trump tweeted? Do you know what Trump tweeted?" I haven't read one tweet from Trump ever in my whole life. I don't even know if you have to have a Twitter account to do that. I don't know. I've never read one. But today I'm having just water today. Ate a bunch of stuff earlier this morning. Been out mowing the lawn. The temperature skyrocketed. Tomorrow's going to be in the 90s. It's going to go from 70 to 90 in a couple of days. But this world, it's getting strange. Yesterday I was talking about the violence, the white on black violence and shit like that, and stuff like that shouldn't happen. Like few days ago, or maybe a week ago, I can't remember. I said about this guy that was what was it called, knockdown game, the knockdown game. Send those people to Idaho because the Aryan Brotherhood will take care of them. Okay, those people that do violence like that, they should be taken care of. Like the stuff that's happening today. That lady in Central Park. Okay, she got it swift, she got it fast, she got it harsh. She got her punishment, what she deserved. Why do they need to exaggerate the story or whatever? It's like that one guy in Chicago that had the noose around his neck. Why would he even carry his noose around his neck? But I think he got off with pretty lenient. But the thing is, too, like those police officers. See, we have the Aryan Brotherhood here, like Chino, they got the colored gangs and stuff like that. They can send them to California. You take care of them there. Prison shouldn't be nice. But from what I saw, in my mind, I only watched the news. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. In my mind, he murdered that guy. He actually murdered him. So, an eye for an eye. That's all I can tell you. Eye for an eye. The other three officers, I don't know the story. They need to go to trial. They need to go to trial. They shouldn't be getting away with anything because somebody should have stopped that. Somebody should have stopped it. Anybody. I don't know the ranks from the guy that was doing that. How the ranks were, if that guy was in charge or what's going on or what, But to tell you the truth, they need to check into that guy, the police officer that did that. See if he was prior service, because more than likely it was probably prior service, I think. He's whacked in the head. And I hate to say this is just me. He's done this before. This isn't his first victim, This isn't his first victim. In the city that they live in, they need to check out the homeless people, drug addicts, prostitutes, unsolved murders and shit like that. Get this guy as a suspect. You know what I'm saying? I can't see very good. I couldn't tell if the guy was black or white or whatever the hell. But I could tell he was in his zone. He knew what he was doing. He was like Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer's or what's the other dude, BTK, because he had the victim down, tied, like he couldn't move, and he knew that he could kill him right there. He killed him. It took him a while, but he did it. Okay, like I just said, like BTK. Okay, those guys tie those people up and they strangle them. Okay, on the movies that you watch, it takes like about 15, 20 seconds to strangle somebody. In real life, it takes about 4 minutes. give or take 30 seconds or whatever. And he had his knee on that guy's neck for a long fucking time, and he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was in his zone, and he's done it before. I can tell you that right now. He's done it. And he felt the spirit leave the body. I know he did. He felt that right when it left. He could do that. He was getting off on it, And from what I saw, he didn't care about the people around him. They were just, he was what's it called, in this box or whatever. He didn't care about people. He didn't care about nothing. He just wanted to hurt that person. It doesn't matter if it's black or white or whatever. He wanted to actually kill that person. I know he did. It was murder. I don't want to get too wrapped up in this bullshit, but it's sad. We shouldn't fight violence with violence. We should not do that. What the hell? It's like people that have domestic violence, or a husband and wife get in a fight and they break people's shit, they break each other's stuff and stuff like that. A couple of days later, what do you got? You got a pile of crap, and nothing was ever solved. So violence against violence, should be stopped. I know they're pretty upset. I was pretty upset seeing that too. I wouldn't want to watch that whole thing. Like they said, it was 7 minutes, 9 minutes, or something like that. Thank God somebody's videotaping these people. Thank God. Because what I hate to say is the defense lawyers are son of a bitches. There's somebody's going to defend that guy. He's going to tell him, well, you need to plead not guilty. Let's go to court. Plead not guilty, I'll get you off. And what's sad about the defense lawyers, most of those guys, not most of them, but some of them, turn into judges. That's their goal. They want to become a judge, And they're lying son of a bitches from the day they started, to be a defense lawyer. Because that's the first thing they tell you. Plead not guilty. We'll fight this. We'll get you a little less sentence, So like this guy, he murdered that guy. I know he murdered him. I know for a fact he murdered him. I saw him. You say, oh, let's get it lowered down to like pump it into him on the street or something, See, that's the way the politicians are too. The politicians most of them are lawyers, and all they do is fuck around all the time. Pelosi and Trump, all they're doing is arguing. They're not getting anything accomplished. Money's not a cure-all, people. Money's not a cure-all. A lot of people died. 100,000 people died from Corona and the COVID-19. 100,000. That's a lot of people. And then they pass out money like it's like it's candy and stuff like that. It didn't fix nothing. Some people made a fortune. Some people got their $1,200. The husband, the wife got $1,200. Then they got the kids, and then they got $600 extra a week on unemployment. Some of them are still unemployed, raking in the dough, saying, "Hey, this is great." Some people lost everything. They're going to lose their house, they're going to lose their business, they're going to lose a lot of stuff, and they even lost their lives. Over this stuff. Money's not a cure-all, folks, and we don't need to be violent. But I'm glad that lady. It was swift. She got a punishment fast. That's the way it should be. I guess she got terminated from a job that she had, supposedly. But we got a lot of haters too. I got a lot of haters on this, but it's the same people. It's the same people. I block them, and then all they do is change their name. They're Hispanic people, and they want to put a white name on it. Lem. How many Hispanics do you know named Lem? Liam, I think his name is. Can't remember his last name. But he just write nonstop bullshit about my channel. I know that they're Hispanics. I know they are. It's about as funny as a flat-breasted lady from Texas in a t-shirt contest or whatever it is, wet t-shirt contest. That's about how funny that is. But yeah, it's sad. Times are changing, and we need to stick together. No matter what, we need to stick together. Don't get violent. Don't do something crazy. And that police officer, an eye for an eye. That's the way I believe it. And if they're not going to give him capital punishment, put him in prison. Put him in a prison that he can't enjoy life. Like I said, take him to Chino, whatever. There's colored gangs there. Take care of him. But he did that before. I can tell. Just from what I saw, just that short period. And personally, I think across the nation, all police officers need to go to anger management classes. I say 10 hours a month. You know, get it down to 2 hours a week. You know, I'll be happy with that. But every one of them needs to go to anger management classes forever. That's part of your job. That's part of your job. You know, because some of the police officers, they may be nice at work, but when they get home, they may be pissed off at their wives or kids or whatever, or vice versa. They'd be nice at home, and then when they get to the job, you know, they're just pissed off at life. And we need to somehow figure that out. You know, like anger management. You can either go by yourself, you know, single classes, or go in a group, but it should be mandatory. You know, for those 2 hours, you take your gun off, you take your badge off, you go in there forever, not just for a short period. We should make it mandatory across the nation, all police officers, anger management. You know, because too much of this shit's happening. You know, I see both sides of the story. I know that the cops are picking on the civilians. Not all of them. Like I say, the cops here, I have no problem with them. They're good. They're good people. Try to do their job. You know, but in bigger cities, there's a lot of stress on both sides. You know, civilian and police officer side, and both of them are afraid of each other. Kind of, you know, I don't know if they're intimidated or afraid, or they want to be aggressive. I guess it is aggressive towards one another for no reason at all. You know, and then it gets escalated. See, like that guy that got killed. Okay, I really don't know what he did wrong. I don't know what he did wrong, but the guy that killed him, he was his judge, jury, and executor in less than 10 minutes. You know, boom, it was there. It was gone. You know. But we need to stop this shit, all of us. You know, what's the use of hurting somebody, breaking somebody's stuff, you know, beating somebody up just because they're a different color? Why? You know, there will always be somebody else that are bigger than you, different color. They can take you on too. You know, so what comes around goes around. But you know, we shouldn't do this. But I understand why those people were rioting, because they didn't arrest those police officers. Okay, that one guy should be in jail automatically. He should be in jail. No bond at all. At all. That was murder. The other three, they need to go to court and see what's going on. You know, because I really don't know why they didn't stop it. You know, in that long a time, it's nuts. Like I was saying, it takes a while to strangle somebody. You know, like they got their hands around somebody's throat. It takes about 4 minutes. You know, give or take 30 seconds or whatever. That's what a lot of the serial killers say. You know, it's not 15, 20 seconds like it is on TV. And they can still talk, they can still yell, you know. They get their airs off, but they can still yell like that guy says, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Oh, man. I think it was, what do they call those? Telemarketers, I think. I don't know, I answered it. They hung up. But I got sidetracked. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But anyway, you know, check into that. Who's ever watching this, because I don't have any friends, you know. Maybe I got a few friends, I don't know. But I don't know anybody high up. I don't know anybody high up. But anybody who was in Minnesota or St. Paul, Michigan, I don't know. I think it's the same town that Mary Tyler Moore used to live in. We can make it after all. Shit, she'd roll over in the grave if she saw that shit. But anyway, find out somebody in that town and investigate this guy, because I'm pretty sure he's committed more murders prior. Because from what I saw, he didn't blink, he didn't hesitate, he didn't, you know, he knew what he was doing, and he'd done it before. So this is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man. God bless. Stay safe. Don't hurt anybody. Don't get hurt. You know, just do what you got to do. Have a good day.